Okay. Okay, hello everyone. Hey everyone, I know I started kind of very late today, but I just had a lot of things come up. Sunday we'll start the stream a lot earlier, and tomorrow, or Saturday technically it's already today, I have a very fun video for you guys for tomorrow, or Saturday technically today. Oh, I will replay the story mode, in the future, and then I'll 100% it too. Yes, we'll play Black Ops 2 this year. Hey everyone, hey Mario, Wasabi guy. I'm doing alright, Isaiah. How are you, man? How's everyone else? Everyone having a good start to the weekend? That's good. Oh, why? What's wrong, Mikey? Like the outfit, thank you. On Sunday, we're gonna do a Crime Boss stream, so we'll have a lot of fun with that, and I want to show you guys a few things that they're doing differently on Crime Boss. Man, I'm glad I'd be in Santa Monica, Cali, because a lot of fire go, being in my, West Coast. Also, the actor James Wood was said his home got burnt. James Woods, that's the guy who plays Torino in San Andreas, right? Thank you, Agent Reaper, for the super chat. Okay, Mikey. How you doing? I'm doing good. How is the copyright situation going on? Well, I think I'm gonna make a video on it this week, but basically we're at 28 days, so I have to wait 28 days for the video to be released, which is really annoying. Which Rockstar could just release the claim tomorrow, and I could just make the lore video public for everyone, but I'm just really hoping that they release the video soon. I hope I don't have to wait a full, 28 days, because that's gonna really suck. Oh, there are the targets. Okay. Oh, great, my horse. No. Can somebody grab them, please? My horse is being ridiculous right now. Everything okay, Phoenix? The last time I was in Poland was 2010. Oh, okay, one of them has escaped, that's fine. Well, you killed Echo. Thank you, Steph. Yeah, just using nothing but melee and throwing weapons there. I heard Red Dead Redemption 3 is coming, but I don't know. Well, Kevin, I'll tell you something. Red Dead Redemption 3 is probably not going to come out for at least another, 8 or 7 years. Everything's going to be focused on GTA 6 at the moment, and I don't think Rockstar is going to release another game within a 1 to 2 year period of GTA 6 coming out. But I will tell you, though, do you know what game Rockstar should start working on immediately after GTA 6? And they could get the game out within 2 years if they start working on it immediately after GTA 6. Manhunt 3. Manhunt 3 would be a much easier game to develop than like Red Dead Redemption 3. And then once they finish Manhunt 3, they can probably focus on other projects. They can make maybe make Red Dead Redemption 3, maybe Bully 2. Is there a chance of LA Noire 2? I don't know. But I'll tell you something, if Rockstar makes another LA Noire, I don't know if it would be as good as the first one. Bully 2 would not be easy to make. That would be a pretty complicated game. Any kind of open world game is always complicated to make. Linear games are always easier. Oh yeah, GTA 4 deserves to be remastered, I agree with you, Agent Reaper. Thoughts on a drone operator hitting the wing of a firefighter aircraft fighting the Palisades fire? Wait, what? Did the plane go down, Alvinor? Thank you for the super chat. I don't know why people are flying drones during that. It's like, yeah, the area, but...
Son of a bitch.
Hey, Pro, I'm from California, and I've assumed you've heard about the fires, and I just wanted to say how pissed off I am at the mismanagement of the situation. The fire hydrants are dry, etc. I'm sorry to hear that, Preston. I actually have a charity, a campaign for to help the victims of the fire right now, to provide them with hot, warm meals, and it's the Los Angeles Food Bank. That's the name of the charity, and it's linked on my last Yakuza video that I posted like an hour ago. I'll be linking that on all my videos, going forward now. Did you see my message before the stream? You told me to beat the Leisure King before the finale. The Leisure King said to meet him at the karaoke bar. That's the last thing I got from the Leisure King. The Candace Newmaker murder case. Tell me what happened in the case. I might know more about it on the details. I might just remember the name. The plane made it back to its base, but with damage to one of its wings. The FBI is investigating the incident. What an idiot. Who's flying a drone near an aircraft, especially during the fires? Hopefully they find the person. My face in the thumbnail is something else. Which one? Oh, you mean on the Hitman one? I was like, I was more like pissed off. That's what I was more with the face, that face there, because it's like, it's just like just dealing with all these crazy people that they're constantly sending after you. Have you heard the LA mayor defunded the fire department? No, I actually didn't hear much about that. Red Dead Redemption 3 might not even have an online. That might not even happen. Because look at how they abandoned this game. I like the Kane and Lynch cameos. Would Midnight Club be easy to make? Yeah. Well, compared to a lot of other games, yeah. Hey, Menace, how are you, man? When are you starting Liberty City Stories? Let me look. That depends on the date of that it came out. Let's see here. Let me just type this in. GTA Liberty City Stories release date. When did it come out? It came out October 24th, 2005, so I'll probably do it around then. For the 20th anniversary. Can I play Opportunity Mission? They're semi-useful this month because of triple payout Opportunity Mission. Which one do you mean, Jovich? I'm just a bit confused.
Goddamn idiot!
I was playing Hell Let Loose the other day and someone's name tag was Cole Phelps. I'll play more Yakuza games. It's just I'm not gonna play another Yakuza game after Yakuza 0. Take a little break from the series after that. But I will,
So anyway,
I'll play Yakuza 1 this year. Yeah, Phoenix, what's up? Oh, the blood money opportunities. Oh. Maybe we could do the blood money missions a little bit later. Because blood money missions, I'm pretty sure they glitch out in private sessions. Because we're in a private session on Reddit Online, and I think that they, I think they glitch out a bit here. But we could probably do it a little bit later. When am I gonna play Ace Attorney? Ace Attorney's this month. I'm just gonna finish Yakuza 0 first, because Yakuza 0 people are telling me I'm close to the end. So I'm gonna finish it. Tomorrow or today, I'm actually starting a different playthrough. We're still gonna finish Yakuza, but it's today is the 20th anniversary of a famous open world game. Is today. It's a famous open world game that came out in 2005, and I'm gonna do the first part of that tomorrow. And once Yakuza 0 is done, we'll also start the first part of Ace Attorney investigations. Yes, Mikey, it's Mercenaries 1. You got it.
I can pay for that.
Pro, will you play Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30 and Earned in Blood before Hell's Highway? I'll play those games this year. And Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway has a very interesting achievement. There's an achievement on that game. If you play the game during one of the battles that took place in September, in the Netherlands during Operation Market Garden, if you actually play on that specific date, you get the achievement. So it's like that specific date of that battle, if you play that mission during that date, you will actually get an achievement. So it's a pretty unique one. So I want to probably time it with that to make it cool. Yeah, look it up, Gunner. There's an achievement in Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. It's one of the battles in the game. It takes place in September 1944, and if you actually play the game on that specific date, so I guess the achievement is based on your Xbox's calendar. So if you're playing it on the same date that battle took place, you get the achievement. So you can only get the achievement once a year. Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom need to resign. I just cannot believe how horribly mismanaged the LA fires have been. Massive L for California. Thank you for the super chat, Mario. I'm gonna try to stay out of politics. I don't want to really discuss it. I don't really get involved in it. The one thing I will say about
business bringing them in alive. This part at least.
The one thing I will say about this is California has passed a lot of ridiculous laws in the past. There was that stupid law in California where it was you had to steal. It was like $950 worth of stuff, and if you steal under that, you don't get arrested for a felony charge, and you either get like a ticket or you get a misdemeanor charge. And when that was passed, basically crime just skyrocketed and people were just stealing like crazy. That was one of the dumbest laws that I've ever seen passed. But, Jovich, are you still here? You wanted me to do the opportunity missions, right? Yeah, I can do them, like, an hour into the stream. I could probably do some of those missions if you want. What day is the 20th anniversary of Fear, Zach? Oh, I'm not sure with that case then, Aiden. Do I ever use Packy's ability in GTA 4? You mean when he gives you the bomb? Yes, I used it on Ray. You can actually put it in Ray's car. You ever get Siphon Filter before? Actually, Kobe, I've actually, played Siphon Filter 1 and 2 in the channels. I actually have full playthroughs. It's like one big video. Just go on my channel and search Siphon Filter. And I did the first game, the second game. I haven't played the third game, but I did the first and second game. So I did, do playthroughs of those. Yeah, I have the Capitale. I have Max on it, Okay, Mark. Okay, Phoenix, I'll look for your comment. I can look it up later, Aiden. Does he stream anywhere else other than YouTube? No, not really, just YouTube. I don't like to split up my community. Okay. No. Thank you, Richard Nixon. What update ideas do you have for Red Dead? Houses, like customizable houses where you can run the businesses from. You can like order like mash and stuff like that to the businesses too. Customize the rooms. I'd like to see robberies too, but it's not gonna happen though. This game got abandoned so badly. Do you think the guy who voiced Matthias from Mercenaries, Peter Stormare, can play a good Lynch in a Kane and Lynch movie? How old is he today? Kane is like in his late 40s, early 50s. So that's like his age in Kane and Lynch 1. No, they stopped making content 3 years ago. You can finish everything you need to for the video and send it to me, but I'm axing it until summer because of school. Oh, I was gonna send it all to you by the end of the month, but I guess I still will, Blinded Eagle, but you're delaying your project? Okay.
God damn it!
Don't forget about the 3 new Telegraph missions we got this year. Oh, those.
Jackass.
I started watching about half a year ago, and mainly watch your guides and PvP casts. Oh, thank you, Jovich. Yeah, and I will tell you this about PvP cats. Is, I have a lot of respect for him because of the fact that he didn't give up on the game. You know, he's still trying to make content for the game. But for me, it's just I guess I just don't have the optimism that he has. I wish I did. So I respect him for the optimism that he has, but it's just like when Rockstar abandoned this game, I just lost the desire to make content for Red Dead Online anymore. Like I still make streams, but it's just like I cannot think of really any kind of video I can do. The only video I can think of is ranking all the Red Dead Online updates from worst to best. I know people have requested that video for a long time, but I can't really think of anything else to do. And the thing is, some of my Red Dead Online guides have gotten really popular. Like they've gotten like over the years, they've gotten a lot of views. So like, there's people still enjoy Red Dead Online, but it's just the developers is so scummy they abandoned the game. What would Nico's special ability be in GTA 4? If Nico had a special ability in GTA 4, what would it be? Probably a massive accuracy bonus. Probably that. That's probably what it would be.
Well, well, well. Well, you'll get the going rate.
Happy 20th anniversary Resident Evil 4. This game changed the series in 2005. I was in 5th grade. This game is a classic pad. It's on the PS4, the original. I showed it to you once on share screen. Yeah, and that they have. Do you also like the remake too on that one? Can I join? Do I have you added, Splans? There's a lot of torture scenes in 24. I gotta watch that TV show you keep telling me to check out. I'm glad you still enjoy my videos on Red Dead, Jason. I can add you, Splans. I usually add 2 people every live stream, so I could, you could be one of the people I add today. And then you can play with me in the, future. You just won't be able to play with me today, because I just can't add you during the stream, because I have to just check my friends list and to see if it's full. But I will add you, I promise that. I would just have to see who to remove, but I only remove people that have been offline for like a year, or if they do something stupid, but 99% of the time when I remove somebody, it's because they've been offline for more than a year. But just tell me what your PSN is, Splans, and I can add you after the stream today. I don't think Red Dead Redemption 3 is coming anytime soon right now. And when did, Red Dead Redemption 1 came out in what, 2000... It was 2010 when it came out, right? So, it came out 8 years after it. Yeah, it was, 8 years after it, but now it's, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018. It's been 7 years. I don't know. But I don't think they've even started developing Red Dead Redemption 3. Keep up the good work, my guy. You get me through work. Thank you, Mo. And what's yours, D-Rose? And Splan, what was your PSN? Oh, Jovich, GTA 6 is coming out this year. Unless, like, guys, don't believe the YouTubers who keep saying Rockstar is gonna push back GTA 6. They're only doing that for easy views. That's pretty much, they don't have to put, a YouTuber making a video saying that the GTA 6 is gonna get delayed, they don't really have to put any work into anything like that. It's easy ad revenue, easy views. That's the primary reason they're doing it. So don't believe that, until Rockstar says GTA 6 is being delayed to 2026, believe it's coming out this year. So this year it's coming out until they say it's delayed. By the way, I got clickbaited the other day. I got pissed. I got clickbaited. And the thing is, I guess I kind of technically didn't get clickbaited because I already expected it to be clickbait when I clicked the video. But even though I expected it to be clickbait, I still was pissed. I got a recommended video to me the other day. It was from a bigger YouTuber that has millions of subscribers, and it was a GTA channel, and the video was titled. This guy played GTA 6 early. And I clicked on the video, and within the first 30 seconds, the YouTuber says, take this with a grain of salt, guys, this could be fake. But that's not what the title says. The title says, this guy played GTA 6 early, and then within the first 30 seconds he says, take this with a grain of salt, guys, this could be fake. So, like, I was pissed. No, I didn't fall for it. I kind of knew that it was clickbait already. I knew it because I knew the channel that it was from. But it was like, even though I expected it to be clickbait, I was still pissed.
Well, you'll get the going rate as soon as they're in a cell. Take them down there.
Have I watched Schindler's List before? Yes, I've seen it many years ago, a long time ago. I remember it's the black and white World War II movie about Oscar Schindler. Liam Neeson plays him. That's one of the most disturbing World War II movies. But I think a more disturbing movie than Schindler's List would be it would probably be A Boy in a Striped Pajamas. That movie is even more horrific. Schindler's List is a very good movie. It's just very very disturbing. Well, the row is controlled by Ultor, so there's really the Saints can't really take it back. What about Come and See? Come and See is the Soviet World War II movie that takes place in Belarus. I know that movie too. That movie's pretty bad too. It's pretty disturbing as well. That was a good. That was probably like the. Come and See is probably the best Soviet World War II movie. Yeah, probably is. Have I watched Downfall? Yes, I have. I actually still have a video I still have to publish on it. There's a video that I recorded of just me reacting to the scene in Downfall where like Hitler is ranting and like giving a historical analysis of that, but I still have to upload that and put that into a video, me basically breaking it down, explaining everything. But Ultor fell apart. No, they didn't. Ultor was funding the Saints and Saints Row the Third. Ultor made peace with the Saints. TCG games, what are those?
You did alright with that last job.
As a part Serb, have you heard any movies on the Yugoslavian War? There's only one movie that I've seen on the Yugoslavian War, and that was Behind Enemy Lines. And it was the movie. It was the guy who plays the evil Serbian sniper that's played in the movie. He's based on Nico, so that's who he was. Nico is based on him. But I actually saw the movie before GTA 4. Most people know the movie from GTA 4, but I've seen the movie before GTA 4.
Messing in my valley. Mama don't play second fiddle. I play first fiddle. And that fiddle is a shotgun. They need to be taught a goddamn lesson. You hear me? They're camped down in Blackbone Forest. You go there and take out their supplies. Take my word. I'll pay you well for it.
Fun fact, Mr. Shakedown can do his own heat actions that kill you instantly no matter how much health you have. I've learned it the painful way. Oh, really? I didn't know that. The thing is, I have the golden shotgun, which is apparently the most powerful weapon in Yakuza 0. And I was just thinking, and the thing is, I got the golden shotgun really early in the game. I got it from the vending machine. And, people were freaking out when I got it. But I was thinking of the next time I see Mr. Shakedown, I was thinking about just doing that. I know it's going to be kind of cheesing it, but I was thinking about doing that the next time I see him. I just sent you a friend request. No, D-Rose, I can't, I don't, my PSN is not set to accept friend requests. Tell me what yours is, and I can add you a little bit later. But thank you, Simon, for the super chat. But, you know, do you know what, which Mr. Shakedown I fought, am I sure? I think I am guilted, the thing about Mr. Shakedown is, do you know which Mr. Shakedown I thought was funnier? The guy who robs Majima, the guy in the tank top. I thought he was funnier because when he tries to rob Majima, Majima says, "Do you know who I am?" And basically he says to Majima, "You're famous, like, can you give me an autograph?" And then he still robs you. So he asks if you're famous, and he's like impressed, but then he still robs you afterwards. Yeah, I still have to go for 100% completion in GTA 4. GTA 4 is actually not that difficult to get 100%. Okay, Splents. Save one of the crates. I got 100% on PS3 a long time ago. Why do you think that Rockstar goes for so much detail all the time? I think they just want their games to feel like an actual world. They want it to perfection. A long time ago, Diamond. Oh, I didn't know that, Gunner. But you know something I will say, the first Soviet army that ever existed, it was the first Soviet army. It wasn't even called the Red Army. I think it was called the Workers and Peasants Army of the Soviet Union. That's I think before it was called Red Army, I think it was called Workers and Peasants Army. The first Soviet army are probably the worst military of the 20th century. So we're not talking the Soviet Army World War II. We're talking the very first Soviet army. The very first one, right after the revolution, is probably the worst military of the 20th century. Probably the worst one. And the first Soviet army was so bad that what they did was they did not even believe in officers. Like, they didn't believe in commanders. They thought that commanders were promoting capitalism, because it's like a chain of command, and they believed that somebody was above everybody, and so they believed that every single soldier was equal, and so they didn't have any kind of commanders. They just had like one commissar, which was like a communist propaganda officer, leading like an entire mob of soldiers. That's basically what their first army was like. It was like an absolute disaster. And then after that, the Soviets realized, maybe we should actually have officers and commanders. Maybe that'll actually make the army better. Liked and shared. Hope all good. Hello, chat. Thank you, Eternal. Most likely, Gunner, yep. Yeah, I did see Simon's super chat, Brandon. Hitman Absolution, I think that Hitman Absolution was the worst Hitman game, but it doesn't make it a bad game. So even though it was the worst Hitman game, I don't think it was a bad game. It was the worst Hitman game, but it wasn't a bad game. Even the worst Hitman game isn't a bad game. Home up here.
Open your eyes. What the hell?
What makes Hitman Absolution the worst? That it wasn't like an open world Hitman like the other ones. It was very linear. No, I haven't checked it out yet, Gunner. I will, though. Is it possible to make a super soldier, what, like a super mutant? I don't know. I think the governments have experimented with that stuff in the past, and it's always been a failure. Another state in GTA 6? Well, the only other state that they could really add is Georgia. That's really the only other state they can add. No, I haven't, Brendan. Hey Pro, just wondering if you will get to play Max Payne 3 at some point. It's one of my most favorite third-person shooters. The very end of January we'll play it. We're actually playing it this month. I did play it 5 years ago, but we're gonna replay it again this month. Thank you, Dumisani. Thanks, man. Okay, I'll see you, Brandon. Take care, man. Is there any way to cure the siphon filter virus? Yes, there's a vaccine for it. And the vaccine technically is the cure. It does eliminate the virus in a person. Too bad I don't have Wi-Fi anymore and got snowed in. I will be on Splatfest. I will be, a screaming nutcase now. Lord Stubborn act without think, or loud stubborn act without thinking. Wait, are you on, wait, then what are you on? You're on, LTE right now then, Terry? You said you don't have Wi-Fi? Thank you for being a channel member for 2.5 years. Will I do another Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough? Yes, I will. Sopranos anniversary today? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I loved Saving Private Ryan. During your retail job, have you seen customers with stacks of coupons? Oh, yeah. Coupon spammers, yeah. Coupon kings and queens, we've seen it. The thing about the coupon kings, you know what I'll say about them? Is that they are extremely greedy. Literally is, if just one coupon does not work, they freak out. So if just one coupon, like, I've seen customers that buy like $200 worth of stuff, and they get that $200 worth of stuff down to a few dollars, because they have so many coupons. And then there's like one coupon that doesn't work, and they make such a big deal out of it. They really want to talk to the manager, and they make such a big deal out of it.
You don't belong here.
It's like, you're already saving over $200. It's like, why does $1 make that much of a difference? It's like, greetings from Spain. Thank you, EFE. Hey, man. I don't think I could handle a retail job. Yeah, I was at my breaking point, too.
You cocksucking fool!
I need that money.
Quit being stupid! Damn jackass. What the devil?
I gotta look into this show 24 Gunner you keep telling me about.
Oh, what the hell? I was so close!
I just found out that in the Saints Row remake, Volition credited their Reddit and Discord mods. The same people that bullied their fans. Wasn't it, and thank you, Alien, for the super chat. Who was it that made that ridiculous post? That, like, because I remember their community manager made, like, a post accusing people of promoting terroristic behavior by not liking the new Saints Row game, but then there was another post, like a second post, and the other post was basically saying, like, people need to understand that times are changing, and it's 2022 and not, like, 2008 anymore, and then, like, the post said, like, screw the people who liked Saints Row 2, like, it was, like, a post like that. Was that, like, one of their Discord mods who said that? Because I remember that one went viral, and I forget which one, who said that one, but it was, like, a post that said, screw the people who liked Saints Row 2. It was, like, a really rude and nasty post.
Filthy goddamn mongrel!
You know one thing I don't understand?
String you to the nearest tree with this goddamn rope.
Saints Row, the reboot, removed the word homie. It did. And apparently the developers considered homie an offensive word. Which, how is homie an offensive word? Like, can somebody explain that to me? Like, why homie is an offensive word? Like, literally, there is nothing wrong with the word homie. Like, homie is literally just slang term, like, for a good friend. That's all it means. It's like a slang just for a good friend.
The dead, if you ask me.
Hey, Michael here. You're my homie, Pearl. Thank you, Steph. Hey, Pro, we had an important meeting at work yesterday, but I called in sick because I wasn't feeling well. My boss still asked me to zoom in for a meeting. Oh, man, that's... No, that's... And the thing is, if somebody's really sick and they still show up to a Zoom meeting, that's gonna look really bad on them too. So that's your boss should not be doing that to you. And that actually could be a workplace violation too. If you took like I'm not a complete expert on that, Suspect 13, but if you took a sick day for work and they're still calling you and harassing you and demanding that you do a Zoom meeting, because if you go on that Zoom meeting, technically that's working. Technically it is. If you're attending the meeting, because people that are attending the meeting are getting paid. So if you're attending the meeting virtually, you're still technically working. So, they're basically forcing you to work on sick day. You can't really do that. Do you think GTA 6 will shift the trajectory of the gaming industry with a revolutionary new game mechanic? Oh, there's definitely going to be something new in GTA 6. I don't know what kind of new game mechanic they might have. They might let you take human shields. That's something they might do. They might bring back crouching. Maybe they'll bring back the maybe they'll add the option to go prone. Maybe they'll do that too. Thank you, Tyler boy. And thank you, Alien. Was honestly thinking they showed a troll teaser for Saints Row, then suddenly in the game the new characters get killed by the original characters. Oh man, I wish. But it was just so it was so cringe. I still can't believe what they did to the series.
Jesus, no.
I liked Aiden Pierce when Watch Dogs 1 came out in 2014. I don't know why people hated him. What do you think about Fallout 76? I think it's okay. And I'm gonna come back to Fallout 76 in March when the Ghoul update comes out. I'll come back for that.
Are you goddamn cocksucker?
But I guess they thought Johnny Gat sucked, so they doubled down on the cringe characters. I wish Johnny, came out of nowhere and killed them. Oh, thank you, Alien. You want to know something really funny? One of the funniest comments I've seen. I made a YouTube poll who would win in a fight, Johnny or Kevin, and it was like 99% Johnny. And then I made like a poll who would win in a fight, Pierce or Eli, and it was like 99% on Pierce. But then when I looked at the comments, one guy said that Eli would beat Pierce in the fight because he would get him canceled. that's one guy. That was one of the best comments I read. Red Dead's going good. I actually like the story in Killzone Shadowfall. I did enjoy it. I don't know why people said Killzone Shadowfall was a bad game. I did enjoy the story in it. The funny thing you say about that, I did a poll who would win in a fight, OG Loke or the original Saints, and people voted for OG Loke. GTA 6 is not gonna have execution similar to Manhunt 2. It's just not gonna happen, though. Oh, I don't really have a Discord. I mean, I have an account, but I don't really have my own, yeah, no, my own channel. No, I don't really have that for Discord. Imagine GTA 6 comes out and it's bad. I don't think that's gonna happen. And if it does, Rockstar's gonna have some serious issues. Do you know what I will tell you one thing? There is one thing with GTA 6 that's gonna be a disaster. When the game launches, there's gonna be one thing about the game that's gonna be a disaster. I'm telling you 100% it's gonna happen. Can anybody guess what I mean? What's gonna be a bad thing when, the one thing that's gonna fail when GTA 6 comes out? Can anyone guess what I'm thinking of? Yes, online. GTA 6 online is going to be disaster. Think Payday 3 launch, but think even worse than Payday 3 launch. That's what GTA 6 online is going to be like. Because imagine everybody trying to connect to GTA 6 online at the same time. Imagine that. And knowing how cheap Rockstar servers are, do you think that they're going to be able to handle that? Oh, thank you, Chasseroni. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. Thanks, man. It'd be like an early 2000 MMO experience. What? They better not have God mode. Well, I guess we'll see then. There's gonna be some kind of glitches, and I wouldn't be surprised if modders break the game within a few weeks. You would have more luck trying to connect to Wi-Fi and encourage the cowardly dog's house in the middle of nowhere than trying to connect to GTA 6 online. Thank you, Alien, for the super chat. I wonder if they'll do something in Miami to market GTA 6. Well, they did all those big campaigns in New York for GTA 4, so they'll probably do something in Miami too. What Fallout did I personally like more, 3 or New Vegas? I have a view that might not be as popular. My favorite Fallout game has always been Fallout 3. And the reason that Fallout New Vegas is not my favorite Fallout game is for one simple reason, and that's that you can't play after the ending. If Obsidian did have like an extra year or two, we probably would have been able to play after the ending, but that was my main complaint about Fallout New Vegas, that you could not play after the main ending. So you kind of felt like rushed to do everything in the main quest, and I guess you could kind of hold off on doing the main quest, but that's what I'll say about it too. So I did like it about Fallout 3, that you could play after the ending. And also, another thing I liked about Fallout 3 is I like that Fallout 3 just felt like a more darker game to me than Fallout New Vegas. Do I think the next Assassin's Creed game will fail? Well, with all the delays, possible, yeah.
You gonna die,
Oh,
boy.
crap. What kind of gang leader does this and just run away?
Oh no, no, to hell with this. I want no part of this. Just back off. Oh no, no, to hell with you. I ain't joking. Son of a rotten, dirty whore.
You need subscribers mode. Subscribers mode is on. Excuse me. Do you know what do you know what caused me to turn on subscriber mode? Like years ago, I had it where everybody could comment, even people who weren't subscribers. And what happened is, I had these bots that kept coming into my chat, and they always had, like, Russian names, and they would, like, post links to these really creepy websites. And, like, it was just, like, so out of control, like, banned, like, 100 Russian bot accounts. And then, like, after that, like, I just turned on subscriber mode, and it basically just stopped all the bots. There was, like, no more of them ever again. Thank you, Chaz.
Not good.
Oh, Christ!
Yes, it was the 18+ bots. They kept harassing me in chat. Like, they were just spamming chat and, like, posting really creepy links. And it was, yeah, and when I turned on subscriber mode, it completely stopped the bots.
Oh, hell!
Well, the problem with the mountains in GTA 5, it's not, the problem isn't that there's too many mountains, Omni Kenny, it's that there's not that much stuff in between
You're a
the
real
mountains.
dirtbag, ain't you?
If you look at, like, San Andreas, for example, San Andreas, the mountains way better than GTA 5, because they had way more settlements, way more places that you could visit.
Christ alive. I swear to God, when I get free.
My favorite companion in Fallout New Vegas? Probably Raul.
Lord have mercy. Untie me, fool.
Damnation!
You look tired, man. Go to sleep. I'm a little tired, but I'm not, like, falling
Me,
asleep.
Jailbird. I'll make sure of it. It's yours.
Do you plan on finishing the real estate and cabaret club storylines for the finale? Am I even able to, Chasaruni? Because Majima isn't he going to Tokyo? But I will do the Leisure King next. Oh, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Thank you for the super chat. What are your thoughts on the California fires? I honestly think the government state should easily know how to get rid of them, since they have them each year. Yeah, I think the government should have been better prepared. I would agree with you on that. Juanello, thank you for the super chat. What's going on here? Are you selling something, General? And when you Chaz, when you beat the main story in Yakuza, can you go back and still do the real estate missions and all the sub stories and the cabaret?
Hope you're ready to die.
Oh, okay. That's good at least then. Thank you, drums. Trampled to death, what? Fallout 1 is the darkest game in the series. I think maybe Fallout 3. Oh, Roanoke Ridge is a really creepy place. You know Roanoke Ridge is based on a real-life place. It's based off Roanoke Colony. Does anybody know what happened in Roanoke Colony? It's a really scary story. It's a true event. It's a really disturbing thing that happened there in real life. So that's what Roanoke Ridge is based on. It's based on the Roanoke Colony, which had a really horrible thing that happened. Does anybody know the horror story of Roanoke Colony here? Roanoke, Virginia. Yes, it's in Roanoke, Virginia. So here's basically what happened in Roanoke Colony, and this is the horror story. You'll see why it's called Roanoke Ridge in the game. So what happened is, in the 1600s, one of the first English settlements that was in America was in Roanoke Colony. This is like 150 years before America existed as a country. And what happened is there was a small colony there. It was like a small town. It had like a little bit over 100 people. And the captain that was in the town, he was told to go back to England and get supplies. So he was supposed to sail across the ocean and go back and get supplies. He sails across the ocean. He makes a few stops. He takes a little bit longer than he should have. I think it was a few more months. But the last time he left, they were still stocked up on supplies. When he comes back to the town was abandoned. There was nobody there. There was nobody. The buildings were all there, but all 100 people were gone. They don't know what happened to them, and there was no bodies were found. Nothing. It was like one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in history. Nobody knows what happened to people. Not one person from the town was ever found. So it was like an entire town of people disappeared. The town was abandoned. Nobody knows what happened, and that was like. And there's so many conspiracy theories about that place. Like so many conspiracies on what happened. But that's what Roanoke Ridge is based on, because in Roanoke Ridge, people disappear all the time in Red Dead Redemption 2. So in the story in Red Dead, people disappear in Roanoke Ridge, but the reason that people disappear in Roanoke Ridge in Red Dead Redemption 2 is because the Murphys kidnapped them. But the reason that the people disappear in Roanoke Colony, it's never been explained. It's never been solved. The most common belief that people have that happened is, most people believe what happened to the people is they believe that the Native Americans came and took the people away. That's what most people believe happened. Now, the thing is, though, is that the one thing that is debated is it's debated whether the people were taken by force or if they went with the Native Americans. Because a lot of the early English farmers, they didn't know how to farm in America. They didn't know how to survive in America. And so a lot of the Native Americans helped them to survive. And so they were like, there's theories that the people were like taken and like absorbed into like the Native American tribes. That's what like a lot of people think, because there was like Native Americans a few decades later that were white. And so people were thinking that they were like kids of like Native Americans and like the English settlers. And so that's basically what the common theory, what happened to the people, is that they joined the Native American tribes because they were desperate. They didn't know how to, farm the land and stuff like that. But we don't know if they were kidnapped or if they, just willingly joined the tribes. That we don't know. But the, what was it? There's another theory that people believe. The other theory that people believe, they believe that the town was abducted by aliens. But I mean, like, come on, really everything's blamed on aliens constantly. It's like I don't believe that. 2 months left. As of now, I have managed to beat Yakuza 0 by using most of the abilities, masters, equipment, etc. Really enjoyed it. Now for 100%. I know 100% is going to be complicated, though. But at least, I will say one good thing about the 100% completion in Yakuza. Even though it's very complicated, at least you get, like, a checklist that you can open up every time and just check what you need to complete. At least there's that. When you're doing 100% completion in a lot of games, a lot of times the games will not give you a checklist. General, do you need to sell something? How much would you pay for a high-quality jacket? Is $150 okay if it's a high-end jacket? I have one kind of higher quality jacket. It's kind of like a leather jacket. It was like, I spent a little bit over $100 on it, but I bought that jacket over 4 years ago. And, for me personally, though, I never, I don't really buy expensive clothes. So, like, most of my clothes, are just average price clothes. So I don't really buy expensive clothes. The suits that I have, too, on my playthroughs, some of them are a little bit more pricier, but they're not, like, these aren't, like, super expensive, like, luxurious suits that I'm, like, wearing on the playthroughs. They're very similar to what the characters are wearing, but it's not, anything luxurious. So I don't really have luxurious clothing. I don't really, have that. And the reason I don't have luxurious clothing is because I think that I don't really think I need it. There's really no need for it. I think it's kind of a waste of money. How's the Rider lore video copyright claim? 28 days. 28 days until the video is released. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna start my Zero lore video because I wanted to make a lore video on Zero and Berkeley. And, like, explaining something. There's some things I noticed about Berkeley that I don't think a lot of YouTubers have covered. So, like, I want to, explore that character more, Berkeley, even though we don't see him in the game. Because I think that Zero was actually lying about some of the things he said about Berkeley. I don't think they're actually true, but I don't want to spoil it for the video. So there's, like, a video I want to make probably about Zero and Berkeley. So I probably will start working on that next because the Zero and Berkeley video isn't going to be that hard to make. But the Rider video I was pissed about because the Rider video is 40 minutes. It's like a 40-minute lore video, and it took me a lot of time to make. A lot of time, and I had to beat the game again. So, like, literally is I went and, replayed the game again, and I did all the Rider missions, and I listened to all the Rider dialogue, all the Rider cutscenes, stuff like that, just to see if I missed anything when I was describing the character. And then I get that stupid copyright claim from Rockstar because I had, like, 1 minute of an introduction cutscene in there. And so now I have to wait 28 days for Rockstar to release the copyright claim. It's ridiculous. Where is General right now? The name Croatan was only found in Renault Colony, which was the name of an extinct Native American tribe. Yeah, that's it. I think it was written in the trees, right? In the trees, it was like written in there, and so that's like one of the theories that people have that they think that they think that they people joined the tribe, but I don't think it's ever been solved. The really annoying thing about those copyright claims that I've gotten from Rockstar games is every single time I've gotten a copyright claim from Rockstar games, I've always won. Every single time. I've never lost a claim. When they've made a claim against me and I disputed the claim, I've won every single claim. I've never lost one. But the really annoying thing is that sometimes they release the claim within like 1 or 2 days. Other times I have to wait the full 30 days. And so I already uploaded the video 2 days ago. I just haven't made it public, so it's still private. And it's now I have to wait 28 more days for the claim to be released. And the reason that I'm waiting is because if I upload the video now, the video is going to get demonetized because it's even after I'm disputing the claim, the video is still demonetized. So basically, it'll be like putting out the video and not, you know, getting paid for it, which I really enjoy making content. I work hard on it, but I also want to get some ad revenue from it. And so it just pisses me off that you know, the project gets delayed and then you guys can't watch it. And so it's like, the thing is, when you work really hard on a YouTube video, like really hard, and that YouTube video gets copyright claimed, you lose all the ad revenue to it, all of it. And it basically feels like getting punched in the gut. I'm not exaggerating when I say that, like, because you worked so hard in this video, you put so much work into it, only for it to be taken away. It's like, it makes you feel like garbage. Oh, there's, General. Okay, now I see him. Okay, I'll see you, Menace. Take care, man. How can Berkeley control so many toy planes at once? That I don't know. YouTube should fix that soon. It's almost a scam. It is kind of a scam. Because, do you want to know something? If I make false copyright claims against like another channel, right? And I make multiple false copyright claims, you know what can happen to me? I can have my channel deleted. So if I make multiple false copyright claims against a channel, my channel could get deleted. But if a music company makes multiple false copyright claims against somebody, all it is basically a slap on the wrist. That's all it is. They never lose any of their privileges from YouTube. They never lose anything. They never get in any kind of trouble, ever. So basically, companies can just claim as many videos as they want, steal as much ad revenue as they want, and there's no consequences. That's why I've always called them the music mafia. Yakuza 9 Kiri leaked sub-story. Kiri will beat the crap out of UMG agents. you know what would be really funny? It would be really funny if they had like a business, like some kind of business where like Kiryu is like the manager for like a YouTube channel or like a content creator or something like that, and then they're like the Leisure Music Kings or something like that. Like, and it was like, we're copyright claiming this channel, and it's like, and then Kiryu has to like battle them, like, you know, something like that. I could imagine that in a Yakuza game. Fallout 3 DLCs are probably due in February. Do you like the way past GTA characters have been in GTA Online? I was really disappointed that we barely saw use of Amir. You can take the train bridge, take a shortcut, General. You can do that too. Oh. I know about that, Gazala. I actually mentioned that in my Rider lore video. I actually mentioned some unused dialogue, actually. The most tragic characters in the Fallout series. Harold, imagine what he went through. Harold went through a lot too. The dad went through a lot in Fallout 3 too. Hey Art, Hey Pro, on Gilly's stream we were about Starlink and someone said you use it, do you? No, I don't use Starlink internet. That's Elon Musk's satellite internet, right? I don't use that. I don't know who said I'm using it. Discord server. I had one in the past, but I guess I just didn't have time for it. And most of the time I'm on I don't really use Discord much. Do you know what I use? I use Skype. So I'm an old school guy. So I've never been much of a Discord guy. I've always liked Skype. Did you experience the 1990s? Yes, I did. I was born in 1994, so I did experience the 90s. I do actually remember a bit of the 90s, too. Jelvitz, are you still here, by the way? What are you marking here? Oh, is that your, Why don't you fast travel us inside, General? Did I watch WWE as a kid? Yes. Yeah, Rain does look really good in this game. Do you think Bethesda should switch engines? On what, the Fallout series you're talking about now? No, I don't do money glitches. It's crazy that you're older than YouTuber Moist Critical. How old is Moist Critical? I always assumed he was older than me. The Wire. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've watched it. I've heard of it before, though. Heisenberg. If you remember, a lot of the early 2000s stuff is still considered 1990s. I loved your video on Ansberg lore. Thank you, Hitachi. Thank you, man. Lower the brightness, it looks more realistic. Okay, I could try to do that. Yeah, people told me that Judgment takes place in the same universe as Yakuza. Brightness? Moist Critical is younger than you, but not by a lot. You were born on June 9th? No, I was born June 7th, 1994. And he was born August 7th. Okay. So I'm 2 months older than him. What cop show is considered most unrealistic? NCIS or Hawaii Five-0? Hawaii Five-0. The thing is, though, is that, do you know that real police officers actually a lot of times hate those shows? Like those Hawaii Five-0 and the CSI stuff and all the other stuff. You know what you guys want to know something really scary that I'll tell you? Something really terrifying. So, when I was in college, right? I went to college for law enforcement technology. That's what I got a bachelor's degree in. And my professor, who was a detective, said that when people are put on juries, they think that they're experts because they've watched Law and Order. So like people think that prepares them for like juries and stuff like that, and that they think that they're going to be experts because of that. And the number one thing do you know what the number one thing people ask is? They say, "Where's the video? Where's the video?" That's what they think that everything is recorded, so they're like, "Where's the video of the crime?" So like that's what people always ask on juries. And it's like, God help us. It's like people think that they're experts after they watch these TV shows.
Your boss and I, we're going places.
If you want to watch good realistic cop shows, watch a lot of the shows on Investigative Discovery. Most of the shows on Investigative Discovery, most of those are pretty good. Most of them. Why didn't you pursue criminology? I did actually take criminology. I took it as a course, but the reason I didn't pursue it is because I started doing really good on YouTube, and it got to the point where I didn't really need I didn't really need to pursue a job in law enforcement because YouTube was supporting me pretty well, and YouTube just kept growing and growing, and I decided to do YouTube full time and ended up working out pretty well, and I'm actually pretty happy by that. Because you guys kind of saved me from that as well, too. Because if I worked in law enforcement, I cannot imagine the toll it would have taken on my mental health. I don't think I would be the same. Just dealing with, like, a lot of crap and just like, when you work in law enforcement, the thing about that is, imagine having to deal with sociopaths and psychopaths and, like, the worst kinds of people every single day. It is going to take a toll on your mental health, and it's very bad.
Take the corner, all right.
What's the worst thing Mr. Krabs did? Selling SpongeBob for 62 cents.
Hey there.
And horn fence. Okay, how far is this here? Favorite hunting spot for trader role? Probably,
You best stop that wagon right now. Gotta do an inspection. Slow up.
It is dull out here. Dull and dead.
Yeah, well,
Bureau inspection, looking for moonshine. Nothing to worry on.
probably Amberino, yeah.
Slow down. Let's stop that wagon. Easy up that wagon.
What is he doing?
I haven't been through the Heartlands in some time. Sure is pretty.
I think they're glitched.
Pull over, you hear?
Why such a late stream? I just didn't have time to stream earlier, dude. I'm sorry about that. My bad. Oh, it's breakfast time here in Europe. What country, Mr. Juck? Where I'm at, I'm still visiting family in New York. It's, 2:48 a.m. Crap, okay. Do I prefer the small town vibes of the Midwest or the boroughs of New York? The small town vibes of the Midwest. Your retail stories never get old, and you have untapped potential when it comes to sharing stories in general. In fact, can we get some law school and college life stories? Pretty please. I kind of already had some college stories video. It was in the video where I talked about is college worth it. So like I made one video on that. And then I made another video on, why group projects are bad. I made, like, a video on that, and I shared some horror stories on that, too. But whenever I hear group projects, I'm getting pissed off, like, whenever I hear that. The only time I'm happy with group projects is when I'm doing a group project with a friend. That's the only time I'm actually happy about a group project. But thank you for thinking that I have a talent to tell stories. I'm gonna make another video like that. I just don't know what topic I'll talk about, but I'll think of something. What about law school? I technically didn't go to law school. I got a degree in law enforcement technology. I don't think that counts as law school. I'm pretty sure there was law courses at my college. I did take criminal law courses like that, but like other law classes I didn't really take. What are your thoughts on the M1941 Johnson rifle? You're talking about the the gun that was supposed to replace the M1 Garand, right? But didn't. It was like in competition with the M1 Garand. I don't know too much about it. Didn't it have a detachable magazine? I'm thinking about going to college for a meteorology degree, but that field is so hard to make money in. Meteorology, that's studying weather, right? So being like a weatherman? Well, it is, what I will say about that is there are TV stations that are hiring for that. It is not, the plus side of that, what I will say, is the plus side of being a weatherman, I can think, is that it would probably be a pretty relaxing career. Probably not have to deal with a lot of stress. Pretty relaxing. You probably it can be nervous for some people if you're scared of TV. Well, yeah, turning down that brightness, really dark here at night. Let me see. It might light out here. But okay, wait, which one is it here? Light, here we go. Yeah. So, about being a weatherman is the advantage I can see of being a weatherman is that you probably don't have a lot of competition. That's probably it, because I don't really hear people ever saying that they want to be weathermen. So but there is a demand for weathermen. That's what it might be a little hard to find a job, but at the same time you're probably not gonna have a lot of competition. I'm 11 months away from a bachelor's degree in business administration, but my dream is freelance writing. I wasted my years in college. I will say, don't think like you wasted your time in college, because you still passed classes, you still did something. But I will say though, is that even if you regret going to college, if you've been in college for some time now, you're 11 months away from the bachelor's degree, I would say just get the bachelor's degree. Even if you're not going to do anything in business, even if you're don't want to do anything with it, at least get it, because if you're only 11 months away from it, because it's better to have it than, not having it. So at least I would say that'll give you that plus. But at the same time, you don't really need college. So I don't think that college you really need it to be successful in life. What I would say is if you're that close to your degree, just get it. Do you think we'll get another Arcade Lynch? No. I don't think it's ever coming back. "50% of people in the U.S. don't use their college degree after graduation. I'm majoring in math, computer science, and job market is rough. Might not use my degree." Yeah, and you know what I'll tell you, one thing about this is, if you actually look at studies, and there are studies out there that say this, let me actually go to Coulter. But a lot of employers are not looking for college graduates anymore. What they are typically looking for is they're typically looking for older guys that don't have college. It depends on the job, obviously, but more employers recently have been looking for they've been looking for older guys without college degrees. One of the reasons that employers have been avoiding people with college degrees, and this isn't to offend anybody that goes to college, but it's because a lot of employers believe that college graduates are much more likely to complain and cause a scene at work. That's one of the reasons that employers have actually been looking less at college graduates. Okay.
look after Flaco. Flaco looks after you, okay?
Good morning. Hey, dude, what's up?
It's so goddamn cold in here. I can't stand it. Carajo. I ought to start drinking. But before I get drunk, okay?
I'll see you, Mikey.
Here's the job for you. Some fools ain't been paying Flaco his piece. And that ain't a smart thing to do. No, no. They're over at Coulter.
No,
Wipe
Mason,
out
I don't.
everything they got. Maybe they don't disrespect
Well, most of the GTA
me.
characters are already sociopaths.
Quick. And stay warm.
It's going good, Dylan. How are you? In my job, there's a regulation for formal jobs that got max age requirements to be 25. Max age? Wait, can you explain that a little bit more? I'm curious on that.
I'm not afraid of death, are you? Enemies all around you. Damn you!
Oh, I'm not even in a posse anymore. I'm sorry. I forgot to start up the posse. My bad, then.
What the?
If you are over 25, you can't afford regular job, cashier, sales. Wait, so like, so they don't hire people that are. Wait, so people that are under like over. Okay, wait. So people that are over 25 cannot be hired as cashiers. Is that what you're saying? My thoughts on Collector, it was an okay role. What country are you in, by the way? You said your country has laws on this. What country, if you mind me asking? And what happens to somebody who's like a cashier and they're like 25 and then they turn 26? Do they like get fired? Like, how does that work? Indonesia. Oh, Southeast Asia. Okay. I don't tune in for the live stream that often, but wow, this chat is surprisingly civilized. Very wholesome chat. Thank you, dude. Yeah, and a lot of times when people come to my streams, a lot of times they don't even come to watch me play the game that I'm playing. Sometimes they like put their phone down in the background and they just like listen to my commentary or like me answering questions. Love your Yakuza playthrough. Thank you, dude. No, I haven't watched wrestling in like a decade. Rising Storm, I know that game. That's the Pacific World War II game, where it's the U.S. versus Japan. And then there's the, and then Izonzo is the World War I game. I actually play Izonzo. When will be the Warrior? Sometime this year. I just don't know exactly when, dude. Yeah, I know Hell Let Loose was free on Epic for a week. I hope they add more factions to Hell Let Loose. I really want to see more factions in that game. I have a friend in college who wants to be a doctor, but isn't sure yet what type of doctor they want to be. Any advice to them? Well, if your friend is scared of blood, it depends on the type of the doctor. You know, there's a lot of different doctors. There's you know, dentist. Dentist is technically a doctor. It's a doctor for your teeth. So like doctor is like a very like, you know, wide term. You know, chiropractor, technically that's medical also. There's like a lot of jobs in the medical field, but not everybody can handle all the same jobs. People have different personalities. Like, you know, one person, like, for example, one person might be terrified of blood and might not be able to handle blood, but would be an amazing accountant. So, but the doctor will be a terrible accountant. So there's really, it's like everybody has a talent for something. Everybody is good at something and bad at something else. So it just really depends on that. But I will say about this is, here's about to your friend. And give your friend this advice, and this is the advice that I will give to your friend, and you can also relay this to him, is don't get scammed. That's what I will say. Because one of the biggest scams in college is doctor degrees. And the reason I say it's one of the biggest scams, it's not a scam to be a doctor. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the process of getting the degree is a big scam, because people get into debt so much. Like, when people have those insane college debts, like, you ever hear those horror stories of people, like, half $500,000 in debt? Like, whenever you hear those horror stories, it's almost always doctors. Like, most of the time, it's doctors. Like, so when somebody has, like, that much debt, almost always doctors. And the thing about this is, I'll tell you, is, personally, I don't understand this sometimes. People get so much into debt to, like, and when they get so much into debt, they get, like, I don't know the job title, so I don't know what it's called. But, like, they might get, like, a job as, like, a tech or something like that. Like, one of the people that use, like, the cats, help use the CAT scan machines, and, like, the tech, I forget the name of the tech that's in your doctor. Somebody might know the name of the job title. But they go to college, and they basically get, like, $250,000 in debt to make, like, $100,000 a year. Which, making $100,000 a year is great. That's really good money, don't get me wrong. But is it worth it getting, you know, $500,000 in debt to get a job that gets you $100,000? Is that worth it? Because at that point is, you don't feel like you're living, you know, you don't feel like you're truly, like, enjoying your job. It's more like you're trying to survive every time. It's like paycheck to paycheck to, like, pay back the loans, because then the interest is piling up and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I will tell you guys is, I've seen like a lot of those videos on YouTube from the Dave Ramsey show. Now, when it comes to the Dave Ramsey show, some of the advice they give on the show I think are really good. Some of the advice I think they give are really bad too. But regardless, is sometimes I like listening to the show just to, like, listen to some of the callers on that show. And most of the time when I hear, like, those calls of, like, people like that have like really insane debt, it's almost always doctors. So that's what I'll tell you, and you can say this to your friend, is do tell your friend, do not get into, like, this massive college debt. Like, he's probably gonna have to take some college debt if he wants to be a doctor, but tell him not to let it get to this point where it's gonna be like $250,000, like, dollars, or like $500,000. That's insane. That's ridiculous. And, like, and the thing is, when people are going to become doctors, a lot of times they get very narcissistic about this, because they think, oh, I'll make a ton of money. I'm gonna make, like, you know, I'm gonna make like $250,000 a year, so it doesn't matter if I get, like, $500,000 in debt. That's what they think. And then they don't realize how much the debt just keeps piling and piling and piling on. So that there are you ever see like those videos in Dave Ramsey's show where like people call in like some guy like $1 million in debt and makes like $100,000 a year as like an assistant to a doctor. Like that's like, you know, why did you take that much debt? And I will tell you at the same time too is a lot of times the reason that people take so much of this debt is because it's the society. Society pushes them to do all this stuff. A lot of times society pushes them to do all this stuff. So like society basically thinks that if you don't go to college that like you're some kind of idiot. That's like society picks some people and thinks that if you don't go to college that you're some kind of moron. But here's the thing is when you think about this is that virtually every single job out there, almost every single job out there can be if it's turned into a business, almost every single job, if you turn it into a business, you can become a millionaire. So like almost every single job. So like think about working in a store. You run your own store, you could possibly become a millionaire. If you're a plumber, you could start your own plumbing company, become a millionaire. You know, carpenter, you can start your own carpenting company. So like literally is like pretty much every single job, if it's turned into a business, that's the potential where you really have the money growth. But the problem is that people in society, like they think that doing like a manual job is like something bad, or it's like something to be ashamed of. That's what people think. But it's not. It isn't. I'll tell you guys like a ridiculous story once. I got into an argument with one of my friend's friends like a couple years ago. So this isn't even my friend, but basically the argument that we got into is one of my friend's friends was actually talking about college, and he said that if you don't go to college, you're asking to be a failure. That's basically what he said. And I said, there's people that don't go to college but are successful. And he's like, name me somebody that didn't go to college and is successful. And I said, well, I'm not trying to brag, but me. I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree in law enforcement. That's true. I did go to college. But the reason I said me, because my success, all of my success that I have right now, like my rental property business, my YouTube channel, has absolutely nothing to do with my college education. Like nothing. So if I never went to college, I still would be just as successful as I am now. And you know what he said to me? He said to me, you're not successful. Like, how? I have like a channel of like, 1 million subscribers. I have a rental property business. He's like, no, you just sit in front of the computer and you just play video games all day. That's not a real job. I'm like, what is a real job exactly? And then start getting into an argument with him. He's like, you just sit in front of the computer. And then I said to him, so then if somebody sits in front of a computer at an office, at a business, that's also not a real job. And he's like, no, that is a real job because they actually went to college for it. I'm like, what does it matter if they went to college for it or not? If they're sitting in front of the computer and they're working on it, I'm sitting in front of a computer and I'm working on it too. So like, it was just like, it went into a big argument about that. And then eventually it got to the point where I just left the party and I said, I'm not going to talk to this guy anymore. And then one of my friends, he apologized to me. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know he was going to be like that. But it was just like a, and that argument right there basically shows you the problem with society is that people think that piece of paper gives you like prestige. They think that college degree makes you somebody, and like literally some of these people are so elitist in their minds. If somebody is making $10 million a year but they don't have a college degree, they'll look at that person, they'll think that person's a failure. That's literally how some people think. Like, they'll look at somebody with, like, millions of dollars, be, like, successful, and they'll think that person is a failure just because they didn't go to college. So, like, that's, let's say, the problem with society these days. And it's also the parents. I would say the parents are also responsible partly for that because they instill this in their kids. Because this comes from somewhere. Most of the time, it comes from the parents the parents push their kids, and they tell the kids, if you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure. If you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure. And then when those kids go to college, and they look at kids who don't go to college, they basically think those kids are inferior to them. It basically creates a superiority complex where they think that they're better than everybody.
Hey, you there?
Just because something is expensive doesn't mean that it's better. That's a big misconception that people have, Drums. Well, here's the thing: is the older generation calls the younger generation lazy, but the younger generation knows how to do a lot of things with technology that the older generation doesn't do. To be fair. Oh, thank you for the super chat on us. You're my favorite YouTuber pro. Hope that 2025 will be great. Thank you, Nine. When are you gonna do that hotel review? I'm gonna do it sometime later at the end of the month. I have all the videos on my phone reviewing the hotel I stayed at. It was a really bad hotel experience. But sometime later in the month, Wasabi Guy. Okay, let me go to my I'm gonna probably do a little poker here. When is the Ryder lore video? That depends on when Rockstar Games decides to release the copyright claim on my video, dude. My video got copyright claimed, and so I'm just waiting for Rockstar to release the copyright claim. But if Rockstar does not release the copyright claim, it's gonna take 28 days. I'm sorry for that delay. The video is ready. It's ready to hit, so I could like hit publish on it right now if I wanted to. But it wouldn't be monetized. It's demonetized because of the stupid copyright claim. So I'm just waiting for that. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna have a very cool video later today. A really cool video coming out. It's a new playthrough and it's very unique. And I'm also gonna start working on my Zero lore video, my San Andreas Zero video, and I'll start working on that one and try to get that one out quickly. But I'm really sorry in this delay in this Ryder video, guys. I'm pissed about it too. I'm so annoyed that like I got copyright claimed again. Like it's getting ridiculous. What do you think of online college? I think it's just as good as physical college. I don't think there's anything bad about it. Well, I want some kind of update for Reddit Online, Dana. Something, you know, but it's not gonna happen. I know, Vito, but the thing about it is I need to use the San Andreas introduction because for the Ryder video, I could not make the Ryder video without the San Andreas introduction. That one scene with Big Smoke and Ryder talking in Ryder's kitchen, that scene was very, very important for the Ryder lore video. Very important. And so it's I could not have made that video without that cutscene. So that was it. I had to have that in. Have you heard about the terrible state Call of Duty is in right now? Yes, I heard that. I heard that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 lost like 80% of its players. Is that true? One of my friends told me that hackers have ray guns in multiplayer. Is that actually true? You'll be huge when GTA 6. Thank you, Samson. Black Ops 6, I remember, had, like, so many players playing it at launch. Like, the first few weeks of the game, people were saying good things about it, and now, like, the player base fell. Maybe they shouldn't have abandoned DMZ. I really like DMZ. I'm pissed they abandoned it. Yeah, and that scene proves that Ryder was intended to be a traitor, Vito. People say that Ryder wasn't intended to be a traitor, but that scene proves it. What's your biggest criticism of Black Ops 6 campaign? Oh, that's easy. My biggest criticism of the campaign? That they don't finish it. I hate that the campaigns are stretched out into Warzone. I hate that. I hate that. I don't like that. I will tell you this. If Call of Duty released like a DLC, right? Like a $9.99 DLC, giving us like a bunch of new story missions, like single player story missions, I would pay for that. So like if they gave us like actual campaign DLC that we can pay for and like get more story missions, like actually like I would pay for that. Like I would. Like I love the Call of Duty storylines, and I typically most of the Call of Duty storylines I enjoy them, most of them. So it's like I would pay for DLC to have like an actual single player story. Like, you know, more to the story, to continue the story. I don't want some garbage, you know, in Warzone. I don't want that. Oh yeah, the competition on GTA 6 is gonna be fierce. Like, there's gonna be YouTubers gonna be competing with each other. It's gonna be fierce. Oh, hey, Amen. How are you, man? Amen, you're Algerian, if I remember correctly, right? If I can just get one more heart, I'll have a flush. Ah, no. I want a heart. Please give me one more heart. Here. It's one more heart. The last card. I hope it's a heart. It's a heart. Okay, it is a heart. It is a heart. I have a heart. Okay. I got it. I have a flush. So I'm talking about hearts in the cards, guys, but thank you for the hearts, too. Okay. I'm gonna win this hand. I'm gonna win this hand. Oh, wait. Oh, it was 3-5s. Thank God. Okay, flush still beats that. Okay, that was close, but... There we go. Nice. Okay. I won that. Okay, good. But Amen, you watched my SOCOM 2 videos, right? You remember those, right? The ones that took place in Algeria? What's your question, Godchild? I've actually never really played Monopoly. Maybe when I was a kid many years ago. I think when GTA 6 comes out, we'll have a boost. I just don't know how much. Oh, I have a pair of jacks here. Okay. Well, the SOCOM 2 missions take place in Algeria. Chapter 2 in SOCOM takes place in Algeria. But this year, I'll be playing SOCOM 3. And SOCOM 3 takes place in Algeria again. Oh, I'm gonna so win this hand. I'm gonna so win this right now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna win this. He had terrible cards. Why did he go in? There we go. They both had terrible cards. Why are they... Those cards were terrible. I could start playing in the casino more in GT Online. Okay, let's see what we got here. The pot limit is $5. Oh, he's going in a $5 bet. I'll try it. I have some pretty good cards here anyways. He's got a pair of 6s. If I get a king, I'm gonna win this. If I get a king. Nah, damn. He got lucky with those 6s. Okay. Yes, I will play Metal Gear Solid 2 sometime in spring. What I'm gonna start doing is... In February, I'm gonna start letting the viewers decide on what games I play. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put, like, the start of each month, like, I'll put, like, a poll out asking, like, people out of 4 games which one they want me to do the playthrough of. And whichever one wins the poll, I'll play that one. Okay, 10 and an 8. Okay. Hitman is in the same universe, yes. Hitman is in the same universe as the old Hitman games, too. What do you think led to the success of your channel that isn't GTA or any game you played? I'm talking a personal trait. I would say the most, King, what do we got here? Let's see. I would say the most, the thing that's helped my channel the most, I would say, is probably on my streams. I read comments. As simple as that may be, there's a lot of YouTubers, there are YouTubers who get, like, half the views that I get on streams and they don't even read one comment. I do my best to try to read as many comments as I can, and people appreciate that. People like that. I guess people like my straightforwardness, too. Oh, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this hand. I got really good cards here. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this. Okay, yep. This is my hand. I don't understand why there's so many YouTubers that just don't read comments. Like, they don't read anything. And do you know what the worst thing that I see YouTubers do? Is when they don't even read the super chats. Like, people gave you money. At least you could at least read their comment. But, like, when YouTubers do that, oh, I've just won again. These guys are not good at poker. These guys are not good at all. Okay, there we go. I just destroyed them. You call out bullshit and not participate in it. Thank you, Hester. People like humble creators who listen to their fans. Thank you. Yeah, but that's, people like that I like reading, that I read comments, and I can't read every comment, obviously, because there's so many, but I do my best to, like, read as many comments as I can. I think I answered over 100 questions on this stream alone, so, like, I literally answer so many comments and so many questions, and I don't have a problem with it. I actually like, it. I think it makes the stream more enjoyable, and if I wasn't, like, reading comments, it would just be some guy playing Red Dead Online, so it was, that's what I'll say about that. People appreciate comments, and they do like it when you read. Oh, really? Do tell? Well, thank you, Inner Tialin, if I'm reading your name correctly. When you do Metal Gear Solid 2, be careful when you swim in the water, because my friend got a copyright claim for swimming in the water. What? You're joking.
Wash it.
Pro is known as the janitor during poker nights. You're getting that from GTA 4. Remember what Nico says? What? Because you can't pay your debts and they make you mop up afterwards? That's what Nico said. Thank you, Axel, for the super chat. Thanks, dude. E3 definitive mod for Dying Light 2. I don't have Dying Light 2. But I could play the games one day, too.
Go on, get going.
Yeah. I could do one probably, but... AJ? YouTubers should do their best to read as many comments as they can. I found your channel through GTA San Andreas lore videos. Oh, thank you. Which Call of Duty had the best story? Black Ops 1. How can you copyright water? I don't know. Do you know what the most ridiculous copyright claim I've seen is? There was a copyright claim this YouTuber got like a number of years ago, and she was copyright claimed for the number 27. Like when it said copyright stuff, it said 27. That's what it was. It made no sense. That's the most ridiculous one I've seen yet. Thank you, Drums. How to become so unfathomably based as yourself? What does that even mean? Like, I see those comments all the time. People say that I'm based. I don't even know what that means. Is that like a good thing? I found your channel through the Dimitri lore video and Big Smoke lore video. Thank you, Joker. I live in the Midwest, but I'm originally from New York. He got copyrighted for a gun sound? What? Do you think Nico would hate Michael DeSanta? Maybe. His constant complaining, yeah, he probably would. Well, thank you, CT. Well, thank you, Tony. There's a YouTuber who got copyright claimed by his own voice. I actually think I know about that. He was a singer, right? He made songs and stuff like that, and one of his songs he got his own voice copyright claimed. Do you remember when The Last of Us 2 had those leaks that happened like 5 years ago? Remember that? It was like those leaks about like Joel dying. And what happened was there was YouTubers who were like discussing the leaks. Like they weren't even posting the leaks. They weren't even posting screenshots. They were just discussing what happened in the leaks, and they were getting copyright claimed by Sony. Like actually copyright claimed and copyright struck. Nintendo copyright claimed themselves? What?
Let's go. I got places to be.
Yeah, I didn't like the story that much too, Eamon. Way singing karaoke got copyright claimed. Yeah, and do you know what else got copyright claimed? Do you want to know something? When I played the Saints Row reboot, the cringe row, I like to call it cringe row. When I played cringe row, I actually I turned on streamer mode. What streamer mode is supposed to turn off all the copyright music, and I got a copyright claim still when I turned on streamer mode. Do you know what I got copyright claimed for? I got copyright claimed for the ending, Love Shack. So when they're actually singing karaoke, the characters singing the lyrics to Love Shack got copyright claim for that. So apparently the thing can pick up the lyrics too, and I got copyright claim for that cringy ending of Love Shack. I didn't buy The Last of Us 2. I did watch a full playthrough of it, though. Which game is the best voice acting? L.A. Noire is pretty good. Out of all the ones I played recently, L.A. Noire, I would say, yeah, that was pretty good. Saints Row 3 wasn't a bad game, it just wasn't a Saints Row game. Saints Row the reboot, on the other hand, was a bad one. No, I haven't, Zach. But I guess I will be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching the stream. And if you guys enjoy the stream, do drop a like. I will have a very special video for you guys later today. Make sure to check it out. I think that you guys will like it. It's the 20th anniversary of Mercenaries, and I'll have a very cool cosplay for that. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.